It's time for a random review.
All right, welcome to the Original Geek Random Review. This is where we take movies, TV shows, and we roll a d20. We let fate decide the topic. We don't know if it's going to be hits, misses, fights, or full-blown fandom wars. There's no prep and no safety net. It's time to roll for review. All right, so I have to roll for you again. So we don't usually do two of these when we do it part of a bigger episode, but because this is such a unique situation, we're going to do two.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll for Jeff a second time.
Nice.
And let's see. Oh, this time I got an 8. Successful sense motive. Ooh, the Max in a coma arc. This is an interesting one too. So Lucas loyally playing Kate Bush, sitting with Max as we find out is trapped in Vecna's memories. Emotionally very impactful, but it is a storytelling risk. The subplot, which keeps a fan favorite character alive, is seen deeply moving and gives Lucas it sort of shows his character because he stood by her, sat by her. However, it's also noted that the trapped in a memory concept is familiar and it risks being a miss if it's not resolved properly. What do you think?
Yeah, and I get that. You get the risk of that you've killed someone off, but not really. I think that's okay. I think they get a pass because they've killed off plenty of people in four and now 5 seasons of Stranger Things. So yeah, we lost. Oh my God, Sean Astin's character, like good guy, and Munson there,
Eddie Munson.
Eddie Munson. Like we've lost some good people over the season. So I think Max being in a coma and being going into being kind of trapped in those memories, I think that gets a pass, except for one scene when she is coming out. She sees the whole because there's Running Up That Hill is playing, and Lucas is there, and so that's great. We got that love interest. Her mom, nowhere to be seen, does not care. Lucas is there though, so that's good. And playing Running Up That Hill, and she's like staring at this opening. And like, run. The second you see that, you run. And like, I get like, oh, it's dramatic, and that's my only. But I feel like they're not just gonna keep like drawing that out because she immediately is there as potential as savior for Holly. So I feel like this will be redeemed. This will be a great episode, and it's named after Kamazotz, which is that's how I pronounce it when I read
A Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time. Like that's a Wrinkle in Time reference, and that's Holly's reading that book, and so I think that really I think it's gonna be great. Other than that one moment when she should have just run and dived. Of course, then we don't have someone saving Holly, but there it is.
Yeah. They draw it out and they do make you feel like she's been searching for so long that she finally sees him and was like, oh, and what to us and to me too felt like a holy shit, just keep moving moment.
Yes.
It was probably only supposed to be a few seconds, right? That she just like, by the time she was like, oh crap, I got to go. It went out because it was the tape that stopped. So there's a lot of theories online about the Holly Max storyline. Kamazot's A Wrinkle in Time. He calls himself Mr. What's-It.
Yeah.
Who is like, I guess in the book it's Mrs. What's-It, right? So there's a lot of stuff happening there where I'm very interested to see. I've heard a lot of different thoughts. Time travel has popped up a few times because there's a lot of time travel themed stuff. They keep referencing Back to the Future. They talk about the wormhole. And they, and the
Wrinkle
clock,
in Time,
the Wrinkle in Time. They keep talking, and then the thing that Will draws where the kids are set up. There's got to be 12 kids, and which is of course matches the grandfather clock. All of this stuff is like in everybody's theories. We're not breaking any ground, but just putting it out there that this is something that could be Very cool. This is one of the things I'm most interested in, because I agree the whole dreamscape thing, it could completely suck if they do it wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's like when Who Shot JR became, oh, it was just a dream all along. Like, you guys suck.
Well, yeah, and I do think it's interesting because when it happened, I was a little like, that's weird that he's leaving a tape and a song for her to play, because they had established that was a protection, essentially. Like, that's a way back. That's how you stop Vecna from taking you or keeping you. Or it's the only thing that saved his dad. It saved Max the first time around. Right. And now it could, it's like, why is he giving Holly something to save herself? So, like, I see, like, the argument that maybe the Henry aspect of Vecna, the Mr. Watson aspect, might be good, except he's still abducting kids. He still stole her and sent Demogorgons to murder her parents, essentially. So,
yes. Yeah, that's definitely part of that whole.
So
Henry isn't
question mark, but not sure.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
should I roll for you?
I think you should.
All right.
I could just keep talking for hours at this point.
All right, I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
And this is the successful charisma check, the spectacle, episode 4 climax, heavy visual effects in the ending moment, Will using his connection, a massive, thrilling payoff. Episode 4, often called the best of the 4 episodes, culminates in a spectacular, high-budget action that critics say make them want to stand on a chair, yell with joy, providing the show can deliver massive hype on the massive hype. So What are your thoughts on that spectacle ending?
I'm going to step back for half a second because of the standing on a chair reference. So in the Max stuff, Max shows up at the end of episode 3. The whole thing with Holly plays out, and who is this? We think she's being chased by a bad guy. And at the very end, you see Max, right? I watched a bunch of them, but 2 or 3 of these were fan reactions to Max showing up. So it was like a split screen. They showed the pan up to see Max's face, and then on the other side was people, and they were literally jumping out of their chairs. Like, I'm not going to say I wasn't like, holy crap, that's awesome, but these people were doing literally that standing on their chair thing. So it's funny that it's in this particular phrasing in this question, because I agree this was also a standing on your chair. I haven't watched any reaction videos for this one. But this was the premise for me of the whole. This is really where the story turns. I think the Duffers did a great job. They built the first half of, anyone who's done any kind of screenwriting, story writing, act 1, act 2, act 3. This is the epitome of the central point of act 2. We've got a lot of exposition. We know what's going on. A couple of things have happened, and we're at the major turn for our movie, for our show. And this is the turn, because we've been led to believe by the huge amounts of exposition, the military presence, fortified walls, metal plates on the ground, armored soldiers everywhere, that, okay, well, maybe they kind of have it under control. Maybe, and honestly, it felt like a bit of a cheat for a couple episodes, because like, really, this, after all this, the military's gonna swoop in, and this is the episode where you realize, oh shit, no, because it was only like 3 or 4 Demogorgons. It wasn't like an army of, like when Eddie went down with the literal swarm of bats. They were small, but there were like hundreds of them that tore him apart, right?
Yeah.
This was 3 or 4 Demogorgons just tore through a huge military presence in their base. And so this moment is where you start to lose. It was I think it was a very cool moment, because we got both the despair and the hope in the same scene. Yeah, it was huge VFX. How do you do the show without huge VFX, by the way? I did watch a lot of these. Vecna, I'm losing the kid's name right now. The guy who plays Vecna, he would literally go through 4 hours of makeup a day. and it was mostly him in the suit, and then they would do some VFX on him. So when you see the vines crawling and growing, that's obviously VFX, but mostly he's really there in the suit. And the Demogorgons were, they had stand-in stuff like they do for VFX, right?
Jamie Campbell Bower.
Thank you. Jamie Campbell Bower, who's amazing in this.
Yeah. He can do that voice without assistance, which I think is one of the most amazing things.
He does. That's him.
Yeah.
I saw that too. I was like, holy crap. That's just, he's got that. I don't know. I can't do that Vecna
That's
voice.
amazing.
But, yeah, I mean, it was a ton of VFX, but it was amazing. I think the story turn, again, we find out that our protectors can't protect us. And then at the very last moment, when we think, holy shit, here they go, because we're all expecting people to die, right? This isn't like The Walking Dead. This show is not shying away from killing characters.
Yeah.
Even with the Max loophole, you know what I mean? This was not, she still got tore up and technically died. And everyone was like, wait, they killed Max? You killed Max? Really? Because our group seemed to be immune. But they weren't. And in the last moment, Will, of all people, who's just been afflicted by his connection, can't control it, falls to the ground in pain, finally stands up and goes, nope.
Yeah. So for me, some high special effects that I thought were a highlight here, and a very low effect was equally as great. The Demogorgons, like killing them all in the way that Vecna killed the humans that he killed, with raising them up in the air and then snapping all their bones. Like, that was super cool. Great special effect. However, the elimination of his bowl cut, low special effect, but the tousled hair, the bowl cut gone when he becomes who he really needs to be in fully actualized, powerful sorcerer character. That bowl cut's gone. Tousled hair. It's awesome. I don't want to see that bowl cut ever again. And we need the tousled hair. Go Will. So
they do talk a lot about the bowl cut. They make fun of it in the show too. It's just funny.
It's
at one point I think it's
transformed like the Phoenix.
It's actually still there at the beginning of season 5 though, right? Because
he falls to the ground with a bowl cut, rises up.
And he's got the good cut.
It's tousled. Yes. It's still a bowl cut, but instead of being that clean line all around.
Well, I think it's great because when he goes to the hospital, Maya Hawke's character, Robin, he finds her with her girlfriend and he runs. And then later she confronts him and he goes, yeah. And she goes, I thought that was your bowl cut. And he goes, yeah, they're not as popular as they used to be. And it was hysterical. I could keep going, but we're even edited. This is going to be
longer than we thought.
Longer, but here's the deal. This is a very cool spot because it's a show I've liked forever. I know you have too, and I think it's important to find out what you guys think. So wherever you see this, like, subscribe, follow us at originalgeekpodcast.com. I will put the chart that we rolled on up on the website. So if you're interested in actually seeing what the other options were, go check them out. Maybe I'll even throw them up in a post on Facebook so you guys can just take a quick look. If there's something else you want us to talk about, let us know. But I'm dying to see these last few episodes. Christmas Day is going to be a little bloody for me because I don't know that I'll be able to stop myself once the kids get their presents and once we do, dinner. But I think Stevie's going to spend most of late Christmas night.
And when it's all said and done, last episode done, we'll have to do one more Stranger Things random review for the end.
Yeah, it'll be at 2026. It'll be our kickoff because the last one doesn't come out till New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
if you like our review, like I said, check us out. Subscribe, follow us. I'm at Steve Scarfo everywhere.
Awesome. All right, OGs, we will see you on the other side, on the upside down.